Hi guys, I'm Leah Cohen and we are at Pig and Cow in the Lower East Side, and today I'm preparing halo halo for you. If you don't know what halo halo is, it is a Filipino dessert which means mixed mix, and it is one of my favorite desserts to eat and make, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So we're going to start by making the flan, and the flan is pretty simple. We're just gonna get some sugar and we're gonna caramelize it. I know it looks like a lot of sugar. This is for restaurant use, so this will feed like 20 people. Don't be scared by the amount of sugar. So while this is caramelizing, I'm gonna make the custard that we are gonna turn into a flan. So we have 20 egg yolks here, and then we have evaporated milk. We're gonna do 2 cans of evaporated milk. This is 20 yolks. And then 2 cans of condensed milk. And it's really, really simple. And then we're gonna add a little bit of pure vanilla extract, whisk it all up, and then pour it on top of the caramel that we're making. You can find condensed milk in basically any supermarket, and evaporated milk, so this is really easy to make and to find. You want to make sure you break up all the yolks.
Where'd you learn how to make this?
I learned how to make this from one of my mom's best friends. In the Filipino culture, everyone has like 1 or 2 dishes that is like their specialty, and so I learned from my mom's friends their specialty dishes, and this is one of them that she makes.
Is it a dish that you can kind of customize from restaurant to restaurant, or is it very traditional?
So halo halo you can make your own. Actually, the one that we make at Pig and Cow is customized to my liking, because there are so many. You can put anywhere from like 3 ingredients to like 20 ingredients into a halo halo. Actually, true Filipinos don't necessarily love my halo halo because there's not enough stuff to mix in there. But this is these are all the things that I like to eat. And I got this from a place called Razon's in Manila, and I took kind of my favorite things from there and added it to make my own halo halo. So this is starting to caramelize. You want to make sure that you don't really mix it because it will get clumpy. So you kind of just want to like spread the sugar out and let it melt on its own.
So what are we doing in this pan? We're making the caramel?
We're making the caramel, which is going to be on the bottom.
And you just put sugar in here, right?
Just sugar. There's no water in it. And see how it's just caramelizing right in front of our eyes? And actually, you can just make the flan and eat it on its own if you don't want to go through the whole process of making the halo halo. So once it starts kind of getting a little dark on the side, we're just gonna spread that out. And you want to be careful because the sugar can burn very quickly, so you just want to keep an eye on it. You don't really want to kind of forget about it. And we could actually start cooking some plantains while we're waiting for the sugar to caramelize. So I have some plantains here. These are mature plantains, so they're brown on the outside, not to be confused with the green ones. And we're just gonna heat up a little bit of oil in a pan, and then we're gonna sear them on both sides.
So Michael wants to know the difference in flavor between a banana and a plantain.
Well, I would say they have kind of similar flavors, but the texture is different. A plantain is firmer, so it's easier. It doesn't get as mushy, so you can actually cook with it more and do a lot more with it than a banana. But they are kind of similar. And actually, in the Philippines, they don't use plantains. They use saba, which is like a firmer banana, but since we can't get that in the States, that's why I have substituted it with the plantains. Okay, so the caramel is basically ready. Did not take that long, which is pretty good.
So Jay just joined. He wants to know, where are we? What are we making?
Jay, what's up? We are in the Lower East Side at Pig and Cow, and we are making halo halo, which is a Filipino dessert. Okay, so we are going to pour this into a pan. right here. Like I said, this feeds about 20 people. Okay. So we have the caramel done. And we're just gonna move it around to get it all throughout the pan. And then this has to cool. And it's okay, when it cools, it'll probably crack a little, like we have here. This one's already made and it cracked, which is totally fine and normal. So we're gonna put this to the side. So we have the cool down one, and we're gonna now pour the base into the caramel. Go. We'll pour it on top. And you just want to strain it in case there's like any shells or big pieces of yolk that you maybe didn't break up. And then we're going to steam this for about 50 minutes until it's set but a little jiggly on the inside. So we have a steamer right here. This is a makeshift steamer. So for anyone who doesn't have a steamer at home, it's totally fine. We're gonna cover it with aluminum foil. And then put it in the steamer. So you wanna make sure you steam it on medium heat. You don't wanna do it too high because then the eggs will become scrambled, or the egg yolks. So we have this here. We'll just turn the flame up a little bit and then set the timer for 50 minutes. And then you want it to chill. Once it's fully chilled, then you can cut it into cubes, which we have, and I'll show you how to do that. So right now we're gonna do the plantains. And we have some oil here. Like I said, these are the mature plantains, so they're nice and brown on the outside. We're just going to sear them on both sides to get them a little cooked. And then we'll add some brown sugar, some butter, and some water and cook them in like a syrup.
How long does the flan have to cool for?
The flan should cool for about 2 hours in the refrigerator. And I actually have a cooled one ready to go just to show you. So here, don't be alarmed if you get a crack. Usually when it cools, it will crack. And you can see the caramel coming through. Hopefully, you see it in the bottom. And then we just cut these in cubes. And then you can serve this flan as is. This is like one of the best flans ever, swear to God. So you can just serve the flan as it is, or you can serve it with the halo halo. So we have the plantains. We're just getting ready. We're just letting it sear. In the meantime, I'm gonna make the sauce. So I actually have a pan already here from some sauce that I cooked, but we can add more. We can keep more sauce. So we're gonna add some butter to this. We're gonna let the butter cool. Melt, sorry. Flip these guys over. So you don't want a very dark color on these, just a light little sear. Melting. We're gonna add some brown sugar.
Sonia says looks great.
Thanks, Sonia. You should come to Pig and Cow and try it. It's one of my favorite things.
Is it a very popular dish here?
It is a very popular dessert. We actually don't have that many desserts at Pig and Cow. We have 3, so this is one of the 3. And it is probably our most popular during the summer because it's so hot and the shaved ice is really nice and refreshing. But Filipinos come in here just to get the halo halo. Alright, so this is nice and seared on both sides. And we are just going to add it to this. And then we're gonna do the good old fork test to make sure that they're fork tender. And that's how you know they're done. So we're just cooking it like that in the syrup. And then we have some that are already cooked and diced up. So we're ready to go with some hollow.
Faraz wants to know, have you ever tried using coconut oil?
I love coconut oil. It is an expensive oil, so at the restaurant, in order to keep costs down, we don't use it. But for home use, absolutely, go ahead, use it. It's great for your skin and your hair. So this takes, depending on the maturity of the, how brown, I guess, the plantains are, and how soft they are, really depends on how long you're gonna cook it in the syrup. These are medium mature, so it'll probably take a good 3 to 4 minutes. And then you just wanna let them cool down, and then you can dice them into cubes.
Cool.
So I think we're ready to assemble the hollow.
The shaved ice machine, right?
Yeah, so we have a special shaved ice machine. I found this, actually there was a Japanese restaurant that was, when I was first opening the restaurant, I saw that they had this machine, and he actually works like 2 blocks away from us. So I was like, where did you get that ice machine? It's perfect for hollow. Found out, and we've had this Hatsuyuki for about 5 years. It's my little baby. It's great, and it has, I mean, it makes really good, nice shaved ice. And it's really easy to use, which is great because some people don't know how to use heavy machines. So we're just gonna fill it with and then you just flip the switch. It comes out really nice and like light and very, very finely shaved, which is important because we don't want really big clumpy pieces of ice in our hollow. So I'm just gonna put a glove on just because everything is really sticky. Christina, can you get me some Eat mix? Okay, great. No, downstairs, ask Dustin. All right, so here we go. This is the plantains. This is the flan. This is panipig, which is Filipino Rice Krispies. Then we have this makapuno string, which is basically shredded young coconut. And the star, I like to say, is the ube ice cream. Ube is having a moment right now. Everyone's super into it. I've been eating it since I was 4. You guys are late to the game. But it's cool. I support anyone who is into the ube. All right, so we're gonna put the shredded makapuno. This is a flan that we cubed up. The more flan, the better. And then we have the plantains over here. And you can really kind of decorate this or plate this however you want. Traditionally, it's done in a like a milkshake, like a tall milkshake glass, and then they have a super long spoon, and then they bring it to the bottom and mix it all up. But we do ours in a bowl. Okay, and then we have the ube ice cream, which is amazing. And then we have this milk mixture, which we call evat mix, and it is 4 cans of evaporated milk to 1 can of condensed milk. So we just whisk that all together, and then we pour it over the top. The ice takes a lot of milk. I like to call this a bowl of cereal on crack because that's what it kind of tastes like. Then we garnish it with some Rice Krispies or panipig. Get a little bit more milk. And that's it. That is the hollow. So now the way to eat it is you kind of just mix everything up and eat it like a bowl of cereal.
Cool. Last question from
Yes.
Michelle. Wants to know where she can come and try this amazing dessert.
You can come and try this amazing dessert at Pig and Cow in the Lower East Side, 68 Clinton, between Rivington and Stanton.
Thank you so much for
Thank
showing
you.
us.